Ferguson decision reveals the brutality of whiteness. 20 minutes later, the headline had changed. The word whiteness had been edited out. It now read, Ferguson decision reveals the brutality of racism. The decision to replace whiteness with racism did not surprise me. The magazine had used the term whiteness to describe a system of oppression rather than a racial identity, breaking the script of the American racial vernacular. What made me pause was the unnerving ease of the headline change, the all-too-nimble cut-and-paste operation. The deletion appeared as if a flicker, a system break in the usual circuits, the revelation of a set of decisions being made, constructed, then unmade. I was asked to picture one culprit, whiteness, and then asked to forget what I might have seen and picture another, racism. Even the argument of the article itself had changed. The dynamic mimicked how the unstable production of the nation's racial regime required a shift in vision to stabilize racial ideology, resting on specious facts. We often narrate the history of racial domination around overt actions. These are legion. Anything but unmoored or isolated white power was reinforced in this new era by the nation's cultural, economic, educational, legal, and violently extra-legal systems, including lynching, Henry Louis Gates Jr. deftly notes. Yet in the United States, the stability of racial ideology was also shaped, crucially, by what was left out. Racial domination under white supremacy came to have the critical feature of erasure, of negative assembly. Sight became a form of racial sculpture. Vision became a knife, excising what no longer served the stability of racial hierarchy. From the 19th century through the segregationist age, cementing racial hierarchy meant disregarding contradictions and falsehoods through conditioned sight, an enduring legacy. Confections, racial fictions, are not merely assembled. They're not merely formed through racist caricature and distorting stereotypes. They are carved, formed through removals. Learning to unsee the cracked foundations of the project of scientific racism allowed the myth of racial hierarchy to remain intact, making it more difficult to dislodge today. Racial regimes became stable through a transformation of vision. It is a near maxim that what we see, representations from portraits to stereotypes, changed perceptions of race. The opposite is also true. The use of race as a fundamental category for making meaning in the world has altered how we see it. What emerged between the 19th century through the segregationist age were tactics, from silencing to conditioned sight, required to see around the instability of the foundations that justified racial hierarchy in the United States. It is this transformation of vision that let obvious fictions remain at the basis of the racial project and settle into a kind of truth. To understand the birth of this shift in vision means tracing a surprising history little discussed and less known, despite its impact on our lives. There was a time when the Black Sea region, from which we derive the term Caucasian for whiteness, the Caucasus, was exposed as not racially white at all, nothing like the image put forth by racial science. During the Enlightenment era, the influential German naturalist Johann Friedrich Blumenbach had authoritatively designated the Caucasus region as the homeland of whiteness. But the Caucasian War, 1817 to 1864, the Russian Empire's centuries-long struggle to conquer the Caucasus in order to gain access to the Black Sea, led to reports that ungrounded the racialized sense of the faraway region in the United States. This seemingly irrelevant fact about the Caucasus, distant from the United States and racially illegible, did more than challenge narratives about white racial supremacy. It forced a reckoning with the fictions underneath the foundation of racial hierarchy, ones that had to be shut down 4 whites.
To keep listening to this audiobook for free, click the link in the description. It will take you to a free Audible trial where you can listen to this and many other books for free for 30 days.